Stevenson's a delay 30 minutes between 355 and Lakeshore Drive, both in and out. The Dan Ryan inbound heading past the Stevenson to before Roosevelt, but the outbound side of the Dan Ryan's all good. No problems on I-57 or the Bishop Ford right now, and Lakeshore Drive all good, north and southbound as well. On Route 53 northbound, we are seeing heavy traffic from Woodfield to the Jane Addams, all because of some gaping to that crash on the westbound side of the Jane Addams. And on I-80, along with 8094, I-65, and the Indiana Toll Road, everything is looking okay. Next traffic report, 918, News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
Coming up, some good news this morning about college financial aid. The forecast, cloudy morning, a little bit of fog still, but maybe a little sunshine later, just a bit. High of 35, 32 at O'Hare, 33 Midway Lakefront. Going up to 35 today, so we're close to the high right now. The markets are a little higher here in the early going. The Dow up 78 points, S&P up 15, NASDAQ up 91 points at 9:10.
Whenever I hear the name Joni, I think of the Joni sofa at Penny Mustard.
When I hear the name Joni, I think of an adorable young lady on a television show set in Milwaukee.
You mean Happy?
No way. We don't have permission to say it. We can get in big trouble with the network press.
Okay.
So let's just talk about the Joni sofa from Penny Mustard.
Well, the Joni sofa is sophisticrafted with a fortress frame construction, which makes it strong as a tank.
But when you pair it with our high-quality foam and hundreds of fabric and leather options, you get an incredibly durable, yet surprisingly supple sofa.
A sofa that feels so right. Can't be wrong.
Good grief.
Hey, I need to buy a leather jacket.
I think we just jumped the shark.
The Joni sofa, starting at just $39 a month with only 1 penny down and no interest until 2024 through January 10th at Penny Mustard.
6 locations throughout Chicagoland.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
It's 9/11. A suburban congressional candidate who lost the November election to the incumbent is contesting the results.
Republican Jim Oberweis lost the 14th District congressional race to Democrat incumbent Lauren Underwood 2 months ago. His campaign office says Oberweis has filed a notice with the clerk of the House to contest the results of the recount that gave Underwood a razor-thin margin of victory. Oberweis accuses various election jurisdictions of not following the law. He also claims a lack of initials on vote-by-mail ballots in Kane County, that a person from Kenosha, Wisconsin, voted illegally. Keith Johnson, News Radio 105.9 FM.
Trustee in South Suburban Worth Township's charged with failing to file an income tax return in 2018.
It's the political connections of 61-year-old Richard Lewandowski that may be interesting to federal authorities. Lewandowski is head of Breaker Press, a printing company that's done business for politicians for the past 10 years. The Tribune reports that Lewandowski is a close associate of John O'Sullivan, a former state representative who's a close ally of House Speaker Michael Madigan. O'Sullivan stepped down as Worth Township supervisor last year after news of the investigation into the red light company Safe Speed. Observers speculate that because Lewandowski is charged with what's called an information, he will plead guilty to the federal tax charge. Steve Miller, News Radio 105.9 FM.
A helping hand is being offered to high school seniors looking for college financial aid. The Illinois Student Assistance Commission is adding new initiatives, it says, will make sure those students have applied for and can receive the financial aid for which they're eligible. The commission says helping to ensure that more Illinois students have the funds to follow a path to education after high school has become increasingly difficult in the midst of the pandemic. The commission will implement a targeted outreach to students that includes one-on-one assistance. Bob Conway, News Radio 105.9 FM. Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs says a majority of workers at the state facilities are opting out of getting the COVID vaccine. Sun Times reports less than half the employees statewide have taken the shot since it became available. We'll update the 5-day forecast in 2 minutes. It's 9:13.
Carmen's startup found an angel investor, but now they're asking for a miracle from her development team.
Hello, this is Carmen. That's exciting news. I guess we could launch early.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit.
At Man Carey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 0% financing on every brand new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram truck. You heard right, 0% on all models. Grand Cherokee Limiteds, Summits, Wrangler Saharas, Gladiator Rubicons, Rams, 0% 0% on all of them. And for a limited time, take $10,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. Drive a new Jeep Cherokee, only $19,995. Or a new Grand Cherokee 4x4, just $29,995. 600 factory cars on display. You will drive home today. Finance companies are on site with $25 million to lend. 0% on all models. And don't forget, $10,000 off Ram 1500s. Jeep Cherokees, only $19,995. Jeep Grand Cherokees, just $29,995. At Man Carey, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram in Oak Lawn. With approved credit and little rebates off MSRP may not be on each vehicle sold in trade area on select Rams, plus tax, title, license, and dock fee.
Been away from Josh Liss and the highlights from last night's Bears Coaches Show on WBBM. Bears going to the playoffs at 9:16. Now the 5-day forecast sponsored by Advent. Here's AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore.
Still a little dreary around us here in Chicago. The farther west you go, there are some patches of dense fog out near and past I-39 west of the city here that may be causing a little bit of slick spot here, some slick spots this morning. But really now as we go through the rest of this week into the weekend, cold and dry and calm weather with clouds maybe trying to break for a little sun, up to 35 this afternoon, mid-20s tonight with cloudy skies, and then cloudy most of the time tomorrow. The high getting up to about 37, and that continues to be the situation. Mainly cloudy skies, seasonably cold temperatures, mid to upper 30s for Thursday, Friday, and the weekend itself. So that storm track stays well to our south. Pat, right now this morning's temperatures 32 at O'Hare, Midway 33, the Lakefront 33, Gary is at 32. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore, Chicago's weather station, News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
Have another serving of traffic coming up in about 90 seconds here. 9:17 is our time now. And it means we have sports and Josh Liss.
Hi, good morning. It's playoff week for the Bears. Matt Nagy's men kick off practice tomorrow for Sunday's 3:40 kickoff in New Orleans. During their season-threatening 6-game losing streak, the Bears lost to the Saints 26-23 in overtime.
You lose 6 in a row, you still make playoffs. That's not easy. And 8-8, no, it's not perfect. We understand that. It's not perfect. We have a lot of things to get better at. But we can't worry about that. Now what we need to do is worry about everything we can to be the best team we can be on Sunday against the Saints.
Yeah, Matt Nagy's going to get a fresh injury report on Darnell Mooney and Roquan Smith, wide receiver and linebacker. Question marks with injuries tomorrow. Cornerback Jalen Johnson hoping to be back day to day with that shoulder. He's missed 3 games, Johnson. The Saints have star receiver Michael Thomas, reigning Offensive Player of the Year, expected to go. And running back Alvin Kamara, who had 6 touchdowns a couple of games ago, eligible to return from the reserve COVID list that's benched Kamara for 1 game.
You look at the big picture. I think you look at the time we played them, because it was head-to-head, and that'll show you the matchups. And then I think you zero in on the themes of, what is it lately for them? How are they playing? Maybe you can figure out the why.
Now they're in the analyzation stage. Offensive coordinator Bill Lazor and Matt Nagy on the Bears Coaches Show with Jeff Joniak Monday nights on WBBM. Looking forward to every Bears playoff game here on this station, starting with the New Orleans affair. 12:30 is our time on Sunday. We're going to kick it off with the guys. Blackhawks open training camp with a Monday workout. Back working out again today, minus Jonathan Taves, who's out with an undisclosed illness. Southern Illinois started 7-0, but the Salukis have lost 3 in a row, falling to unbeaten Drake. And the Bulls tip late at Portland tonight. Josh Liss, News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
WBBM News Time 9:18. Traffic and weather together on 8, sponsored by Hint Water. And here's Bo Duran.
A couple of crashes here and there causing some issues. The biggest is going to be on the Dan Ryan on the outbound side. We're jammed up now from 75th out to past 79th. Looks like a crash blocking 4 lanes. The left lanes are blocked here just past 79th, so get over to the right as you make your way out on the Dan Ryan. 20 minutes from downtown out to the split. Emergency crews just arriving on the scene here. On the inbound side of the Dan Ryan, 19 from 95th into downtown. Eden's clear. Kennedy inbound. Crash on the right side at Madison, 25 minutes from O'Hare, 15 in from the Edens. The outbound side's okay. Eisenhower inbound still heavy from Mannheim to Harlem from an earlier crash, 36 from Route 390, 23 in from Mannheim. Outbound Eisenhower all good. Stevenson problem-free both in and outbound, 57 in the Bishop Ford. You're looking all right. Lakeshore Drive, no north or southbound issues. The Tri-State Tollway, no north or southbound delays. On the Jane Addams Tollway, eastbound is okay, but a couple of crashes on the westbound side of I-90. Heavy before Route 53, there's a crash in the right lane there, and then just past Route 53, a second crash, now over on the shoulder. Reagan Tollway all good. 355, no major problems. On Route 53 northbound, you're seeing a bit of a delay from Woodfield to the Jane Addams, all because of all that action on the Jane Addams itself under Route 53. On I-80, no problems to report right now. 8094, I-65, the Indiana Toll Road, you're checking in okay. Traffic sponsored by Hint Water. Hint is pure water infused with surprisingly true fruit flavors, including watermelon, blackberry, and cherry. No sugar, no sweeteners, no calories. Available in your local grocery store or at drinkhint.com. Hint Water with a touch of true fruit flavor. Next traffic at 9:28. News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
Coming up, one of the best times of the year to see a very inspirational creature in the Chicago area. The forecast, cloudy morning here. We have a little fog still. Nothing like yesterday in terms of fog, but maybe some sunshine later. Just a peak. High of 35 rather. Tonight's low 25 and then maybe 37 tomorrow. 32 at O'Hare now, going up to 35 today. Markets are positive. The Dow up 41 points, S&P up 7, NASDAQ up 55 at 9:20. Our top story this hour, polls are open across Georgia today for a pair of runoff elections that will decide control of the U.S. Senate. Republicans only need to win one of the races to maintain their majority. This man is voting in Atlanta this morning.
Just want to show that we care about what's going to happen in the next few years, and we're all individually doing our part to make the world a better place.
We'll have much more on the story coming up at 9:31. House Speaker Mike Madigan's top lieutenant says he's not expecting a floor fight over a vote for a speaker.
Inauguration Day is Wednesday the 13th. Madigan has lost support of about one-fourth of his caucus as a federal bribery investigation swirls about. Majority Leader Greg Harris says details should be private.
That's something that the House Democrats will have to do in our caucus. The business of the 102nd General Assembly can't begin until there is a speaker and a minority leader.
Could we see it on the floor of the Bank of Springfield Center?
Well, I think these are things that we'll talk about in our caucus.
Meanwhile, members are back Friday and Saturday for a lame duck session, including a hearing on the LaSalle Veterans Home, which has lost almost 36 residents to COVID. At the Illinois Capitol, Dave Dahl, News Radio 105.9 FM.
Now is one of the best times of the year to spot bald eagles in the Chicago area. They tend to live along open waterways looking for food. McHenry County Conservation District spokesperson Kim Compton says the eagle population on the increase in the area.
For over 100 years, from about 1900 to 2004, when the first nest was reported in the Chicago area, we didn't see eagles at all. And now we believe in the 5-county Chicagoland area that we believe there's up to about 35 nests.
Compton's agency leading the Search for Eagles event this coming Saturday morning, answering questions at 3 dams on the Fox River at McHenry, Algonquin, and Carpentersville. Business News in 90 seconds. It's 9:22.
The day you find out you have cancer is the day Rush jumps in.
Dr. Mia Levy, Director of Rush University Cancer Center.
A cancer diagnosis changes everything. We know. We also know how important timing is. The sooner you start treatment, the better your outcome. At Rush, we go into action immediately, assembling a team that will be with you and your family every step of the way, from day one. Rush offers advanced cancer care, immunotherapies, targeted therapies, minimally invasive surgery. Rush patients also have access to clinical trials of new treatments for many cancers. You can see Rush cancer specialists at multiple locations in the city and suburbs. We also offer virtual care options and second opinions. It all adds up to first-class cancer care from day one. That's excellence. And at Rush, excellence is just the beginning.
To learn more, visit rush.edu/fromdayone.
You know what it takes to run a business, and at Fifth Third Bank, we're here to help make it happen. Our team of financial professionals offer guidance, support, and superior customer service to help you efficiently manage your business and its finances. Whether you're a company of one or a large-scale operation, Fifth Third Bank connects you with a network of seasoned industry-focused professionals to provide tailored advice to help power your business forward. Fifth Third Bank. Fifth Third means business. Member FDIC.
9:23 now, WBBM Business News. Financial editor Len Walter.
And good morning again, everybody. Wall Street's main indexes have come back from earlier sharper gains. Investors waiting for the outcome of the Georgia Senate runoff elections. They're expected to determine the balance of power in Washington, while a blue sweep of Congress could usher in greater fiscal stimulus to aid the coronavirus-ravaged economy. It could also pave the way for President-elect Biden to push through greater corporate regulation and higher taxes that would hurt some areas of the market. Right now, the Dow is up 21 points. It had been up 160 earlier. Let me correct a mistake. It is up 31 points. NASDAQ is up 55. The S&P up about 10. Expectations for market gyrations are rising as investors face the Senate runoffs in Georgia. Meantime, we are looking at gold futures now trading up 70 cents at $1947.30. They're way off their high. They had been at $1,956 an ounce a little bit earlier today. Drug makers including AbbVie and Bristol-Myers Squibb raised U.S. list prices on more than 500 drugs to kick off the new year. That according to an analysis by a healthcare research firm. The Dow up 31, NASDAQ up 57, with business now at 23 and 53, with support from CME Group, Len Walter News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
Latest traffic and weather just ahead. It's 9:25.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, farm is in our name, so you know we're animal experts. We offer genuine value on everything you need to keep pets, livestock, and wild birds happy and healthy. Like $2 off all Blaine's Farm and Fleet dog and cat food, as low as $11.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. Get 20% off assorted dog and cat health supplements. Save 15% on select dog treats and biscuits. And assorted Blaine's Farm and Fleet dog chews are on sale 25% off. Keep barn animals well fed with 50-pound bags of AgriMaster whole or cracked corn, just $7.49. Attract backyard birds this winter with 10 packs of Blaine's Farm and Fleet berry or woodpecker suet. Your choice, just $8.99. Plus, keep you and your pets safe on winter roads with $70 instant savings when you buy any set of 4 Michelin passenger or light truck tires. Installation required. And don't miss our winter clearance sale. Save up to 50% or more on assorted Christmas items, toys, and games while supplies last.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Cancer won't wait. It won't wait for appointments to open up or test results to come back. That's why at Cancer Treatment Centers of America, our world-class experts give you the care you need when you need it, with appointments in as little as 24 hours and rapid test results to get you a personalized treatment plan. Because cancer isn't just what we do, it's all we do. Learn more at cancercenter.com/Chicago.
2 minutes away from the latest headlines, including the very latest in the Wisconsin pharmacist who allegedly deliberately ruined some COVID vaccine. WBBM News Time, 9:28 traffic and weather together on the 8s in Beau Durand.
Well, Pat, a potpourri of issues across our expressways and tollways, including a pretty big crash on the outbound side of the Dan Ryan. We have the 4 left lanes blocked past 79th. Pretty heavy traffic now past the Skyway down to 79th because of this crash, and the 4 left lanes go over to the right to avoid an issue. 22 minutes from the Byrne interchange out to the split on the outbound Ryan. The inbound side, 19 minutes from 95th into downtown. The Eden's okay in and outbound on the Kennedy inbound. Still seeing delays from the Hubbard Street Tunnel into the Byrne interchange. 25 from O'Hare, 15 from the Eden's. The outbound Kennedy's all right. New issue on the Eisenhower inbound. Just before Sacramento, reported rollover crash. Looks like we have the 2 left lanes blocked here with emergency crews just arriving on the scene. Pretty jammed up before Independence. 34 minutes from Route 390. 21 from Manheim in on the Eisenhower. The outbound side of 290, you're looking good. Stevenson, no inbound delays. Outbound heavy Kedzie to Pulaski and moving roadwork on both shoulders. 23 out to the Tri-State, 33 minutes out to 355. The 57 and Bishop Ford Expressways, all good. Both in and outbound, just 15 minutes between I-80 and the Dan Ryan. Lakeshore Drive, all clear. Traffic report, 9:38. News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
It's fog this morning, cloudiness, but maybe some sunshine later on today. Just a little bit, and a high of a 35, 32 at O'Hare, 33 Lakefront, 30 in Palos Park, going up to 35.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Boardroom, Out of Office Podcast. My name is Rich Kleiman, and I'm the co-founder of 35 Ventures, alongside my business partner, KD. This show is all about the stories, the successes, and the struggles that have driven my favorite entrepreneurs in sports, business, entertainment, and technology. We're going to be talking to industry leaders about who they are, how they got here, and the things they've learned along the way that you might not expect. So subscribe and listen on Apple.
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Bueno, pues decidí grabar un videito ahí para ustedes en tiempo de invierno aquí en Illinois. Hemos manejado por la ruta 59, nos desviamos en la avenida Old Sutton y llegamos por la ruta 25 a McHenry, Illinois, y acabamos también de manejar a un lado del río Fox para que tengan una idea más o menos por dónde anduvimos. Me parece un paisaje muy bonito. Varios de mis amigos quieren ver cómo se ve la nieve aquí, la gente que vive en países pues donde no cae nieve. La verdad se ve muy bonito, pero sí está un poco frío. Saludos a todos, saludos a toda la familia allá en Cuernavaca, en Guerrero, México. Cuídense mucho. Fecha de hoy, 5 de enero del 2021. Esperamos que les haya gustado el video. Cuídense mucho. Nos vemos a la próxima.